Let's talk about the last story of Douglas MacArthur and Filipina actress Dimples Cooper. Kilala natin si Douglas MacArthur, yung tatay niyang si Arthur MacArthur, general na nakipag-away sa puwersang Pilipino noong Philippine-American War. Si Douglas MacArthur, yung commander ng United States Armed Forces in the Far East o USAFE noong World War II. Siya yung nagsabi ng I shall return at nanguna sa liberation ng Pilipinas noong 1945. Pero bago noon, madalas na siya sa Pilipinas. In the 1920s, MacArthur was assigned as the commander of the 23rd Infantry Brigade of the Philippine Division. He married socialite and multimillionaire heiress Louise Cromwell Brooks in 1922. They lived in the Philippines with their 2 children. By 1927, the couple was already separated. In 1937, he married Jean Marie Faircloth, and their son Arthur MacArthur IV was born in the Philippines. During the gap before his 2 marriages, Douglas MacArthur got a Filipina girlfriend named Dimples Cooper. Dimples was born Isabel Rosario Cooper in 1914 to a mixed-race couple, Arthur Edmund Cooper and Rosario Lopez. The family of her Filipina mother owned an hacienda in Valle Hermoso, Negros Oriental. But Dimples preferred show business. Even as a teenager, she performed on stage as a vaudeville singer and dancer. She appeared in silent films and achieved infamy for the first on-screen kiss in Philippine cinema with Luis Tuason. The movie was called Ang Tatlong Hambog and released in 1926. She was only 12 years old at the time. In 1930, Dimples met U.S. General Douglas MacArthur in Manila, and she became his mistress. She was only 16 years old, and he was 50 years old. He arranged for a house for her in Paco. After 5 months, MacArthur had to go to the U.S. He arranged for them to travel separately because he couldn't risk the scandal. He booked her into the Chesiltown Hotel in Washington, bought her expensive gifts, but did not allow her to leave her hotel room. In 1933, when journalists started snooping around and they began fighting, MacArthur ended it all. He gave Dimples $15,000 and a ticket back to the Philippines. Dimples never returned home. Instead, she set up a hair salon somewhere in the U.S. Midwest. Years later, she moved to Los Angeles to find work as an actress. She used her exotic Asian features and rebranded herself as Cha Bing. She worked as an extra mostly, as a Japanese geisha, a Siamese concubine, a Chinese maid, and a Filipina nurse in her films. She married a man named Frank Kennemer, but they divorced. In 1960, she committed suicide through drug overdose when she was 46 years old. Dimples was beautiful, but she was sexualized as a child and abused by powerful men. Kawawa naman siya. O, diba?